Victoria Principal is an iconic figure, renowned for her career as an actress, businesswoman, and philanthropist. Known for her role as Pamela Barnes Ewing in Dallas, Principal's impact on Hollywood is undeniable. Over the years, she has gained a reputation not only for her acting, but also for her entrepreneurial spirit, launching a successful skincare line and authoring best-selling wellness books. However, despite her achievements, she has remained remarkably private about many aspects of her personal life, including her relationships with fellow celebrities. Now, at 75, Principal has finally opened up about her deep admiration for Hollywood legend Paul Newman, revealing personal insights that paint a picture of an extraordinary connection that shaped her life in subtle yet profound ways. A meeting of minds. Victoria Principal's journey with Paul Newman began on a film set where their paths first crossed. She recalls the early days with fondness, remembering how Newman's presence was magnetic. Paul had this effortless charisma, she says, reflecting on the kind of charm that could make anyone feel special in his company. He had a way of making people feel like they were the only ones in the room, no matter how crowded the set. For Principal, it was clear that Newman's appeal extended far beyond his acting talent. I remember thinking, "This man isn't just talented, he's rare," she admits. It was in this initial meeting that she began to understand the true depth of Newman's character, one that would leave a lasting impression on her life. Newman's integrity, a rare quality in Hollywood. As Principal got to know Newman, she quickly realized that his authenticity was what set him apart from the many stars she had encountered throughout her career. In an industry often marked by superficiality, Newman's grounded nature and moral compass stood out. Paul didn't just play characters. He lived with integrity, Principal says, highlighting a quality that many admired but few embodied. Newman's integrity was not confined to his roles on screen. It was evident in the way he carried himself in real life. Principal describes him as someone who deeply cared about people and the world around him, striving to make a meaningful impact both personally and professionally. This sense of purpose was something that Principal found deeply inspiring. A mentorship without words. One of the most profound elements of working with Newman was the unspoken mentorship he provided. For Principal, being in his presence was both humbling and motivating. Being around Paul made me want to be better, not just as an actress, but as a person, she reflects. Newman's support was not always explicitly stated, but it was always felt. He had a way of encouraging those around him to excel, but without being overbearing or patronizing. This subtle yet powerful form of mentorship was something that Principal treasured. She believes that working with Newman taught her not only how to be a better actress, but how to approach life with more grace and conviction. His influence went far beyond the confines of the set, and it continues to resonate with her today. Lessons beyond the silver screen. Through her recollections, Principal emphasizes the importance of mentorship and authenticity in an often superficial industry. She recalls how working with Newman provided moments of self-reflection, teaching her valuable life lessons that extended beyond acting. In that environment, you learn to find your own strength and voice, she says, noting how Newman's quiet strength inspired her to do the same. The lessons Principal took away from her experiences with him were not just about acting, but about living a life of principle and authenticity. Newman's influence on her life was transformative, helping her realize that true success is not just about talent, but also about character. A lasting legacy. Paul Newman's influence. At 75, Victoria Principal looks back with deep gratitude at the time she spent with Paul Newman. His impact on her life, both professionally and personally, is undeniable. She acknowledges the bittersweet nature of revisiting these memories, as time has passed and both have led their own lives filled with triumphs and challenges. I will always carry the moments I had with Paul in my heart, she says, reflecting on the rare and precious connection they shared. For Principal, Paul Newman was not just a Hollywood legend, but a deeply human presence who left a lasting imprint on the way she views the world. "There's a certain magic in knowing that you've encountered someone whose spirit is larger than life," she adds, emphasizing how deeply his legacy continues to influence her. The man behind the myth principle's reflections on Newman offer a rare glimpse into the personal side of the Hollywood legend, revealing a man whose influence extended far beyond the screen. While Newman was beloved by millions for his iconic roles, it was his character, humility, and unwavering integrity that Principal remembers most. She speaks of him not just as a talented actor, but as a man of principle, someone who lived with purpose and left a meaningful legacy. In sharing her memories, Principal provides an intimate portrait of a friendship that transcended fame, offering a testament to the power of authentic connections in an industry often defined by glamour and artifice, a tribute to a Hollywood legend. As Victoria, Principal reflects on her time with Paul Newman, she also acknowledges the broader impact he had on the world. His legacy extends beyond his films, and Principal believes that he will always be remembered not just for his roles, but for the integrity and kindness he showed to those around him. Paul was extraordinary, not just as an actor, but as a human being, she says, summing up the essence of what made him so beloved. For Principal, speaking about Newman at this stage in her life is a way of honoring his memory, ensuring that his legacy is remembered not just for his work in Hollywood, but for the kind of man he was off-screen. A long-awaited revelation. Finally, Principal admits that it has taken her a long time to speak about her relationship with Paul Newman. "I've waited a long time to speak about this, not because I wanted secrecy, but because some things are too precious to rush," she says. Her words carry a sense of reverence, highlighting how much she values the memories of their time together. Newman, for Principal, was more than just a co-star or a famous face. He was a mentor, a friend, and a man who left a lasting impact on her life. This heartfelt reflection at 75 serves as a beautiful tribute to a man whose spirit continues to inspire those who knew him. In sharing her memories, Principal invites the world to remember Newman not just as an actor, but as a person whose life and legacy continue to resonate with those who had the privilege of knowing him.